Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Longo Drive's Tread Talks. My name is Mike and
I'm Mel.
Hey Mel, what's going on?
We're going to be talking a lot about social today.
Yes, we're going to talk social. And for me personally, I'm going to tell you, Mel, this is one of those areas that miffs me, irks me, sends me up just the wall. I got to go see my therapist. I got to suck my thumb and go crawl in the corner sometimes because seriously.
That was a little dramatic.
But why are they so mean?
People are just mean.
Why are they so, and not only that, but why are they so misinformed?
Well, they just, not only that, but they want to make sure that their opinion is heard.
Well, yeah, I think that they're sitting at home. They're like, oh, I got to say something about this. I have to speak. I must speak because I'm going to change the world by doing this.
They're literally jumping out of their seat to do it.
We're going to have a little fun today. It does irk me and send me up the wall, but I'm going to tell you this. This is an important topic because from an industry insider, like this is our world. This is what we do. There's so much misinformation out there and the opinions that get thrown out there, they have impact on other readers or the people that are viewing the post. So let's talk about some of these heavy-ish topics that should be very lighthearted. Ready?
Yeah. Well, speaking of impact, it's not only impacting other people who are reading it, but the person who actually posted it.
Yeah, no doubt. Which would be you.
Me.
Our queen of social media.
People are so mean. Ugh,
there we
rude.
go. Okay, here we go. Let's go have some fun. You're going to do this.
So right off the bat,
yes.
My favorite post is going to be our overland build. So we did everything in-house with this Land Cruiser.
Yes.
And we did wheels, we did a lift kit, we did roof rack, we did the whole thing.
The whole shebang.
Tin, everything. And the comments.
Well, hold on. Did we get any views? Did it work?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's over 6 million views.
Over 6 million. So slightly successful.
Slightly.
Okay, very good.
There,
okay, so that's why we take it personal, right? Okay, keep going.
It's my baby.
Yes.
So right off the bat, people are already saying, you know, how awesome it looks, how great it is, right? Asking for the specs, everything. And then you start seeing comments like this. I'm not going to call anyone out because there's just so many, right?
Right.
But you start seeing things like, looks like a FJ Cruiser, but expensive. Coming soon to a mall parking lot near you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ow. Okay.
I bet you it's $2 million. That's an expensive Land Cruiser. That's outrageous.
That's more expensive than a Bugatti Veyron.
Did you guys build any of this or is it just a markup? Like, it's so confusing. Bronco Sport and Jeep Renegade had a baby.
Yeah, we've heard that. Okay, we've seen that.
And this one's very interesting. They said, does this one only come in a 4-cylinder too? ... Trash can, trash can, trash can.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Why? That's okay, that's hurtful. That's hurtful.
This
is
not a Land Cruiser. It might be a cruiser, but not a Land Cruiser. They know, apparently.
Apparently they know. Right. Okay.
As if the badge on the back of the car doesn't say Land Cruiser, right?
Right. Well, I think we're going to dig deeper into that one, but I understand. Okay, I got it.
So anyways, you see comments like that with just criticism on the car itself, right?
Okay, there we go.
And then also you'll see comments like this. Tacky looking and overpriced for what you get. Toyota people are a strange breed.
Whoa, really? I take that personal because I've been with Toyota like my whole life.
Yeah.
Well, people know me well. I probably am a strange breed, but okay, I'll take it personal.
You're fine.
We'll go.
I think you're fine.
I'm fine. Okay.
But then you go into comments about then the pricing, right?
Right.
Over or under 90K. Place your bets, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see those, and then also right off the bat where, about Tacomas, right? For some odd reason, it works into Tacomas. The transmission already failed in this. Okay.
There we go. So some naysayers.
Yeah.
End of the world doomsday. But also, why did you pick the song and why are you doing what you're doing?
And then also, right off the bat, every car that we post, whether it be a Tacoma, Land Cruiser, Tundra, anything, right off the bat, it's apparently 90K too. Okay.
So, and now we kind of know what the root cause for that is, right? Which is?
Other dealerships.
Marking stuff up. And this happened before COVID. COVID hit. As COVID was hitting, we were having a shortage of inventory and widespread. Didn't matter what the brand was. Ford, Toyota, GM, whoever. They were doing what to the cars?
They were marking it up.
Marking them up. Because law of demand and supply. If supply is low, then demand is high. And then we're going to mark the cars up because we can get more money for them. Basic economics. Got it. Understood. However, there is one dealership, Mel, that did not subscribe to basic economics. Can you tell me who that might be?
Let me guess.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Us, Longo.
Yes, us, Longo. So we did not ever, and have never, ever, ever, ever marked up a car over MSRP.
People still don't believe that. Listen, I reply back,
Right.
and I literally set the record straight and say, hey, you know what? We don't do this. And I break it down to him like, okay, listen, the car itself is 59,000, let's say, right? And then these are the XYZ of accessories and labor, and this is the total cost of the car. And this is what you were looking at for the cost of the car. That's it. And then this is what you take into finance, right?
Yeah. No mas.
There's nothing else to it, but people don't understand.
So we're going to break it down. There's a window sticker that goes on the car from the factory when the car gets built.
Right.
We honor that price and we don't add anything to it. Period. We're done. If we take one of the 5-10 units that we have in inventory and we put method wheels on and a king suspension and a roof rack and tinted windows and ceramic coating, we mark that up at a normal market price. Don't hide anything in there, and then we're done. Is that correct?
I mean, that makes sense.
That makes sense, right? Because that's what is supposed to happen. Now
MSRP is equal to window sticker.
Window sticker.
Yeah.
And we're done. Now, other dealerships may not do that. We can't answer for them, but we can tell you right now, we have never, ever done it. We've never marked up over MSRP, and it's part of the integrity.
Yeah.
And part of our, more importantly, our brand.
True.
Right.
And you know what's really cool too? Right now online, we've established like a pretty decent like brand itself, like especially on social media with Instagram and TikTok. So you'll see a lot of the posts with comments that roll in along with the views. There are other people who are vouching for us.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to toot our own horn here, but there are other people who are like, hey, no, I have bought 2-3 cars.
Right.
My great grandpa bought I don't know.
Right. Everybody's bought.
Yeah, everyone's bought cars here, right? Even if they haven't bought a car here, they also vouch for us too as a brand and say, hey, you know what? They're like the only dealership that we've known that we've heard of that don't do any of these shady stuff.
Yeah.
But what's crazier is that people are like, oh, I bet you work there.
Oh yeah,
I bet they paid you to say that,
and then they get annoyed about
I'm
that.
like, I don't even know this person.
We have a little army of defenders that are legitimate, loyal customers, and then people jump against them, right, and go after them, which is really, really weird.
It sucks.
Where I've seen validation is where I'm in the showroom floor and the guest is looking at one of our builds, right, one of our like the one car that we accessorized, because we don't do it to all the cars, we just do it to one to show people the full potential of what you could do to the car. I've had those guests who have a similar vehicle, a raised Tacoma, a raised Tundra, 4Runner, whatever the case is. And they've literally said to me, the way that you priced it is actually very, very well priced into the market because that's similar to what I paid for my car.
Oh, okay. So the pricing, the maths.
Yeah. So they look at the addendum and they go, that is legit for what I did to my car, which is almost identical. So I know that we're doing a good job. Bottom line is, Mel, for all of those comments, everybody that's out there that thinks that they know, they don't know. MSRP to us is MSRP. That's what we're going to sell it for. And if we do accessorize the car, which is one of 10, we're going to do
sometimes even 50.
Yeah. We're going to disclose it properly and that's it. So we're good?
No, we're not.
Oh, no.
This one actually hurt me personally.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you guys, I'm just human. I'm literally just a human.
Yes.
Right?
And you're just doing your job, right?
Yes, I do get paid for this.
Great content for social media to let people know what the products are that are available to them.
People are so mean. So I'm in charge of the Longo Toyota and Longo Lexus pages on Instagram and TikTok, right? Yeah. So obviously I'm creating content for a reason. It's not just for laughs, right?
Right.
This recent one I try to do a trend, and I usually don't put myself out there. I usually don't go on camera.
Right.
But
you make us do it, and we're really grateful. Thanks a lot. Super appreciate. Hey, Mike, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm at the hospital. Stop calling. Yeah.
Do you have 2 minutes?
Yeah. 2 minutes. The famous 2 minutes.
But sometimes I have no choice, right? It's just a lot quicker, and it's just easier. It's not that I don't want to use other people, but it's hard. Not everyone says yes.
Right.
So I try to do this one trend. I don't know if people have seen it. I mean, it's pretty popular on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it.
Probably not.
It's
have
looking
you seen
like
how
you
old I am?
don't.
Come on.
But it's a really cool trend. It's called a ring trend.
Yes. Nope. Haven't seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I didn't know that you got engaged.
Okay, but you get the trend though.
I get the trend, right.
Basically the trend is to put the key ring of like your car
Of the
keys
car.
on your ring finger,
Right.
and it goes to like a specific song. And then after that, then like you have to like point to it, pretend like you're super surprised and all this other stuff.
And then you go to the
walk
car.
to the car.
Right, which you did, which was great.
And it's part of a trend.
Right?
I'm just trying to stay cool, you know?
You were like, let's do it. If others are doing it, let's have a little fun with it.
Yeah. And we also had like a little competition going about creating content for a Lexus TX. This is what the car was. Yeah, people are really mean. So this person said, and I don't know this person, random person said, "That's not even hers. LOL, laughing emoji. Can she afford a car?"
No.
Yeah, that one hurt.
That one hurt?
That one hurt. I was like, damn, how do you know who I am?
Yeah, or how much I make, right? Yeah.
That one hurt. I was like, oh, all right. And there's also other ones that get a little inappropriate when we try to show like other things too. It's like, wow, you really had the time of day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep it clean, folks. Right? That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, people are just mean.
What are some of the other topics that seem to just brew up on social media that people are just so like sideways about? Because I know that I at night I'm looking at all kinds of stuff, and as I'm looking at it, I'm like, what in the world? Like,
I think your favorite might be the ones that I mentioned earlier, where it's just like I could feel the 4-cylinder.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
one?
Thanks for taking me back to that one. So yeah, the 4-cylinder one I have seen a lot. I'm going to call it what I'm going to call it.
Okay, by the way,
Yes.
4-cylinders are also called 4-bangers
The
in case
four
we
bangers.
drop it.
In case people don't reckon, a 4-banger, a 4-cylinder
They're the
versus,
same thing.
versus a V6 versus a V8, which is obviously a much bigger car because much bigger cylinders. What I see a lot right now is there's a group of enthusiasts and even Toyota loyalists that are super hurt and offended that Toyota took their V8 away.
I think they're not just offended. Like they feel, I don't know how to describe it, but they're hurt.
They're
like,
hurt, yeah.
Not just hurt, but let me say like big mad.
Yeah, exactly.
mad.
Like I can't believe, and then they go on and they do this paragraph, right? It's true, like this paragraph.
Honestly, when I had a paragraph I wanted to read, but it was just way too long.
It was just too, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that people have the time of day to write me a paragraph about how upset they are with one pricing. Two, it's just a 4-cylinder. Why am I going to pay all this money for a Toyota and a 4-cylinder?
Which, okay, and we get it, right? So as a car enthusiast myself, I'm crazy about cars. I love cars. I love whether it's a truck, a car, whatever it is. I dig it, right? So I understand some of the heartbreak, but some of the things that these guys say out there, there's a guy that does a podcast, and I can't think of his name, but I watched it last night. And he talked about how the Lexus GX550 is a sister car to the Land Cruiser, and how Lexus and Toyota had this secret Dr. Evil plot where they were the Lexus is made for the more affluent, and then Toyota's trying to keep the Toyota crowd down. And there was all of these like crazy things out there.
Right?
It's a theory, right? And everybody says you should have just kept the V8. You should have never let the Land Cruiser go away. You guys all suck, and your demise is obvious. It's gonna happen tomorrow. Like Toyota will cease to exist according to these experts. And they're so hurt. So we're going to set the record straight. You ready, Mel?
Go for it.
The reason why almost all manufacturers have dropped their V8s and shifted to V6 turbos or V6 hybrids or inline-4 turbo hybrids is because of government mandates.
Oh.
That's it.
So it doesn't mean that we hate them.
No, it's not about hate. It's not about trying to keep the man down. It's not none of those things are true. So everybody that's posting this stuff, stop. The government mandated, they said, your emissions, your fuel range, your vehicles have to fit within certain parameters, a certain bucket. If they don't, guess what happens, Mel?
You get fined.
You get fined.
Yeah.
You get fined a ton of money.
And that makes sense. But you're saying that these mandates, though, are not only just for the U.S., though. They're for
it's a global mandate.
Everyone, literally.
Like, Europe has their own standards, and Japan and everybody has these standards. So Toyota's making a car that's a global car, and that's why you see that the Land Cruiser this time, before the rest of the world kind of got what's called the Prado, and then we got the Land Cruiser, and they weren't always the same, and they still aren't the same. But now they're a lot closer than they've ever been. But it's becoming a very global car with a very identical platform for the reason that we Toyota need to meet certain fuel economy standards and emission standards. and the government mandates. And if you don't do it, you pay a massive fine. So people out there, stop crying over the V8. We did not take it away to move your cheese and make you upset and bust your world up.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. It was forced upon us. We obliged, and we gave you an amazing car.
So what you're saying is that if you had the option, you would still come out with a V6 and a V8 for all these people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm with them. Like, I love the V8 and I love the V6 and I get it. But I also accept the fact that the inline four is a marvelous car. Mel, you and I have had a chance to drive the Tacoma with the inline four.
I'm not going to lie. It's pretty
Holy smokes.
nice.
We drove it to that overlanding swap thing in downtown LA and it was...
For a four-banger, it handles really well.
And it hauls butt on the freeway. You get on it, turbo spools up, boom, you're down the road.
Well, that's because you have a higher torque.
Yeah. And so all of it works really, really well. We have to embrace it. We have to save the planet. Here's the thing. As much as I love the V8 and the V6, I get that we have to save the planet for future generations.
It's for the turtles.
So we got to do it for the turtles and for my granddaughters too, because I got 2 of them and 1 more on the way. So knowing that, let's save the planet for them. 4-bangers are good. You're going to get a better range, better fuel economy, better emissions. And when you're off-roading, it's not a bad thing to have a lighter car.
I mean,
just, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing.
People still add stuff on their car, though. So
and make it heavy as hell. Yeah, exactly. True. Very true. Okay, what else do we got? What other crazy stuff do you get hit with on social media? You post a picture or video of a car and people go, oh my God.
It's literally always just because of what we've been talking about, the over MSRP and how trash it is with all the cars that we've been posting, especially the Tacoma and the Tundras being 4-bangers.
Right.
But also, people have been talking about the 2025 4Runner and how that is also coming out as another 4-cylinder car too, which people are really upset. And it's like the post isn't even about the 4Runner.
Yeah.
It's about either a Tacoma or it's about literally anything else but a 4Runner.
And understandably so. It's a sister car, right?
Yeah, that makes sense, yes, but still.
Right. So it's a similar platform. It's the same platform. It's usually the same powertrain. Whatever was ever in Tacoma was usually what ended up in 4Runner. So if there was an inline 4 and a V6 in Tacoma, then you could expect the same in a 4Runner, right? Fair.
People don't get it, though.
People don't get it. So the answer is government mandates. Where were you 8 years ago when you needed you to not let that bill pass? Too late. Too late. Now we got to do what we got to do. So I'm excited about the 4Runner. One of the biggest fans of 4Runner. It is one of my favorite cars. It's going to make me struggle.
It looks really cool.
A lot of emerging technology out there. When you put other posts out there, what do you see that we're...
Recent one.
Okay.
A recent one, as in literally last week.
Okay.
Going back to the whole challenge where we have to like post things and whatnot. This is for our Lexus page.
Right.
Specifically TikTok.
Okay.
I pointed out that the brand new Lexus TX from Lexus has ambient lighting, which I'm not saying only Lexus has ambient lighting.
So it was one of the many things you highlighted.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, people thought that I was saying only the Lexus TX had it, and they started coming at me for it. They're like, is the ambient lighting in the room with us?
Really?
I'm like, yes, it is. Look. I don't know what else to tell you.
I don't know what else to tell you, yeah.
It's really clear when you watch the post. It's a quick feature.
Right.
Like, you could see it.
It's got 3 rows. Check it out. It's got ambient lighting. It's got a panoramic.
Well, the post was literally only for the ambient lighting, and people were just so upset. Like, the comments were actually insane. So,
folks, we didn't say we were the only ones. We were just showing you one of the features. There's no need to get all upset about it or compare to your cars. Comparison.
I don't know what it is. I think people, when they see a video or they read the caption, or maybe it's me who doesn't word it correctly, but there's always this misconception that, like, whoever posts it, you're literally saying words that are gold. Like,
right.
And yeah, these are insane. And then plus, they also talk about our electric cars.
Oh, the electric cars. Yeah,
so
we've seen some fallout on that. Yes.
Yeah, the comments aren't that great on those either. They're great cars. We've driven it.
Yes.
But the comments are not that great. And one of the main ones that I've been seeing is not because it's not reliable or comfortable, anything like that. It's more about the range.
The range, yeah. And which on the RZ on the Lexus side and the Toyota BZ4X on the Toyota side, people have really, really, really criticized us for that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, it is such a point of contention. They are just sideways about this because we have not given them what they expected to be an option electric. Now, what's interesting is that I've had a number of guests at some of our community events approach me and talk about the fact that they've always been with Toyota, but when it came to electric, they ended up not being able to go with us because they were concerned about the range.
Interesting.
So they defected, went to a different brand.
Well, that's what people are saying, like, oh, why would I want a Lexus or a Toyota for an all-electric car for the range?
For the range.
Like, absolutely not. There's so many other options.
So we're going to talk about the range. Lexus gets you about 200 and Toyota gets you about 250 currently.
Correct.
Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, fair. So then I started asking the gentleman, well, how much do you drive a day? Oh, I work from home.
Oh. So you don't go anywhere.
And then he said to me, well, but if I did get the Toyota, I couldn't make it to Vegas on a single charge. I'd have to stop.
Oh my gosh.
So I said to him, when's the last time you went to Vegas?
4 years ago.
Exactly. It was 2 years. It wasn't 4 years. It was 2 years. But I was like, well, why are these a handicap to the vehicle if you work from home and you don't go to Vegas and you haven't been for 2 years? It's just the idea of being able to do it. So I get it. It's the idea of being able to do it. An electric car is a complete lifestyle change. Complete life. So, okay, you got to change who you are. You got to charge.
Your whole identity.
Your whole identity. So I do get that there's that. But the range factor, Mel, I'm going to quiz you. Okay?
Okay.
Here's the quiz. What do companies like Edmunds, Kelley Blue Book, JD Power, et cetera, who do a ton of research about what consumers do with their cars, what do they say the average American drives on a daily basis? What is the mileage?
I'm going to take a guess.
Guess away.
Because I don't know the actual number.
Okay.
But I'm going to guess maybe like 45 to 50 miles.
It's a little under that.
Oh.
It's between 30 and 40. That's what they all say. Okay. Now, I didn't go measure it. I'm just going off of what I can find. I can Google. Right. I didn't go drive around and chase you around. Oh, Mel drove 41 miles. I don't know. Right. So if you go based on what others have done on research, how many miles, if the majority of the population is only going to go 30 to 40 miles a day, do you need an electric car that gives you 500 miles?
But the thing is that for me,
yes,
I know that it's not just about the miles. It could be about like the charging.
Yeah.
It could be about like other things. I get it. But then I also get that, range is a big thing too.
Range is a big thing. And there's the fear factor, the range anxiety that comes in because it is. That's a fear factor thing. People are like, well, what if I run out of electric juice? I get it. So
you go wait 30 minutes in line to go charge
in time to go charge. So I get it. And one of the things that we did get heat from was not only the range, but that we didn't charge as fast as others. We were going to keep you charging for about 2 minutes longer.
I saw a couple of those on social media.
Yeah.
Everyone was just really complaining about the range.
So to set the record straight, because I've done a lot of training, I've gone to headquarters for Toyota, I've had a chance to learn a lot of it. The software that Toyota implemented in the electric BZ4X is very specific to give you a slow charge at certain points, get you from 20% to 80%, and they do it to preserve the life of the battery.
Oh, so it's like an iPhone.
It's like an iPhone.
Okay.
Right? It goes really fast and then it slows down, right? And they all the electric cars do it, but Toyota just slowed it down a little bit to give you the 500,000 miles that we're known for.
Oh, yeah, right.
On top of that, Toyota gave you a conservative range. We have a number of employees here that have electric cars that drive the BZ or the RZ, and they've all said, I get a little bit more. Now, I'm going to admit to you, Mel, I've driven the RZ and the BZ, and if I was one of those owners, I would not hit the range mileage because I am a lead foot. The car's so much fun. It's so quick. It's torquey. It's amazing. They handle like a dream, and they're built beyond our quality standards. They're amazing. I would be such a lead foot. I would never get the 250-mile range on a BZ. I'd be like at 210, and I'd be like, I'm done. I'm out of electricity. I'm going to push the car.
People are still laughing at us, though, for that low range.
I know. It hurts. But okay, so we got to get over that. What are some of the other things that we see on social media that we have to demystify? What are some of the things out there?
Well, it was the MSRP. It was the 4 bangers, right? And then it also was the low range. Why we're not like a specific brand, right? That we're not going to name.
Yep.
And then also, we start seeing a lot of like, right away, all these newer cars that we're pumping out.
Yeah.
One, we're not the ones making it here at Longo, but they assume that the transmissions are going to fail right away. Something's going to fail. Oh, I'm not going to buy the ones that are on the lot right now because they just came out. So there's this misconception that the cars right now that are 2025, let's say, they're not good.
Yeah, I've seen that. And this
Right?
is what's hard for me. I've been with Toyota like my entire life. I'm a diehard, right? So I'm a loyalist. But I also try to track and trend and see what's going on with all the other automakers, right? Recalls, issues are becoming a lot more frequent. And part of it is that we have to shift from what's traditional to these new mandates, to these new government standards.
Okay.
Got it? So we're making everybody's making different motors. Ford dropped the V8s. They went into V6 EcoBoost. They've had a lot of issues as well, period. We have an issue with the V6 Tundra. So about 100,000 people are getting a recall, and they're going to get a whole brand new motor.
Just swapping it out.
Get a whole motor comes in a box. We've seen them. A couple of them arrived here.
Yeah,
comes in a box, take it out, boom, put it inside. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Love it. People need to be aware of the fact that that is what we're doing. That is what's happening. That Toyota is going to take care of the situation. They're going to remedy the situation. They're going to make it right. And that's super important. We're going to save the discussion on recalls for our next podcast.
I mean, I know you can go in all day.
I could go in and I can talk to you about all day long.
Every day, all day.
But I'm going to set the stage by saying this. The reason why people are so dramatic.
Oh, dramatic. Okay.
And just go off the Richter and off the scale, and you're just like sucking thumbs in the corner and calling the therapist, okay, is because it's not normal for Toyota to have anything.
We're known for our reliability.
We're known for being as close to perfect as we can.
You know, that's another thing I saw too. Oh, Toyotas don't make the same reliable cars that they used to and whatnot.
Not true.
I mean, I don't see a lot of those, but you do see some of those roll in on social media.
For now, anything else on social media that drives you crazy?
I think so far we've covered it until next time when we start diving into why things are blowing up.
Yep.
Possibly. And other recalls, and also possibly some numbers too.
There we go. And I made a note to myself that if Mel says, do you have 2 minutes? That I need to run as fast as I can, or I'm going to be
Why
the next.
Why does everyone run? I
because
don't understand.
You put us on social media and then people make fun of us, but it's fun. We'll do it. I'll do it for you anytime you want. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. Short podcast for us. We do appreciate you a ton. Hopefully you got to see a little bit of the truth behind the scenes. It's not as crazy as it seems. We can all slow down, take a breath. We're going to make it through here. You can follow us. Mel, where do they follow us?
Follow us on Instagram at Longo Toyota LA and also Longo Lexus LA. Yeah, those are our sites. We love it, and we super duper appreciate you. Until next time, thank you again from Longo Drives Tread Talks from Mike and Mel signing off. Have a great day. Bye.